survivors, it's Mark here. Welcome to the Sanctuary Ark, here with Heave, ready to explore the subterranean. Yes, Sanctuary is split up into three sections: upper world, underworld and the subterranean. Now, the upper world and the underworld are both similar size to the island Ark. The subterranean is divided into unique parts and the whole thing is about 80% size of the island. Basically we have three maps in one. Eve is on 107, day 107, but it's 6:15 AM. We've already encountered the entrance, which is the cave, in the previous episode, but we're going to go through that a bit again. But this time we're actually going to gain access to the teleport, transport ourselves down to the subterranean. And this is the only access down to the subterranean. Make a note of the coordinates at the top there. And we're actually in the underworld at the moment, and there's no mini-map for the underworld or the subterranean. It makes it a bit more challenging. You can get the mini-map up, but it only shows the upper world. Yeah, well, hang on, we've got some movement down there. Corrupted rock drake level 40. Access to the cave is not easy. Using a modded weapon, which is a bit overkill. It's got an up-and-coming gameplay series coming on after this. Oh, hang on a sec. Yes, the modded stuff here, which is the Uptech rifle and the Uptech armor, which will be rarely used in the new series. Whoops, we've got a corrupted trike here, is psyching himself up. Sorted that, we'll get towards cave entrance now. A couple of other creatures. Corrupted Dillo 105 is no more. There is an Uptech Rex saddle, which I probably will be using. And in the new series, in the intro will be listed all the mods that I use. I think up to now it's about 27. And in the outro, all the settings that I use. Right, we're entering the cave now. It can get quite busy in this bit. There should be some nameless around here somewhere. There's the teleport. There can be other creatures in it. It's a random way they come. Right, but this is going to be a busy time. Is that it? Well, that was a bit easier this time than it was last time. Yes, it is random what can spawn in down here. Okay, subterranean, here we come. Yes, originally this area was just a test area, so I was doing a lot of testing underneath the other worlds while they were still being playable by the player. I didn't have to interfere too much, even though I have interfered a bit with people's gameplay over the couple of years that I've been doing this, but I have kept it to a minimum, except for when I actually lowered the underworld. That would mess things up if people had bases there, but you could bring them down. And again, when I started this thing, it was only sort of experimental. It weren't supposed to see the light of day, and here we are. Got three different maps in one. Yes, there's one other thing to know. It does rain down here. I did have it at one point where we had no rain, but it's such a large area, and there is water sources throughout the subterranean. Yeah, the subterranean is split up into sections, and this is the first section. I've not actually named the sections or areas like I have done the upper world and underworld, but that's my own personal thing, it's like people I know, or there's a couple of subscribers, etc. But in reality, you could name them yourself, in your own imagination sort of thing. Anyway, let's have a look around here. Right, it's all buildable, so you can build bases and use the area as you so wish. One of the features of this area is there's a lot of explorer notes, advanced ones. So some of the more later game explorer notes, the more holographic. Well, there's a mixture, yes, including runes. And yes, there's a particular area, I will warn you, spoiler alert. I can see a rune over there as well. Yes, there's one or two of those dotted about down here. Right, I'm not going to be able to get into every nook and cranny because this will be a 4-hour video otherwise, so we're going to just fly about, just give it a rough idea of what it looks like. There will be, however, some unwanted, dangerous interactions, no doubt, as we go through. Although this area is quite peaceful, and there are 1 or 2 scenarios that did not quite get finished off, and with the current state of the editor, it's unlikely to get finished now. But nothing that's going to interfere with the enjoyment of the map in general. I believe there's another room to the left there. There are 1 or 2 creatures dotted about, but we're flying over them. Yeah, we're getting around. It's a bit of a teaser, really, teaser video. Really, the idea of this area as well is for you to be at a reasonable level to be able to get down here. Access down here to the subterranean will be a lot easier at higher levels. For instance, when you can craft things like teleports, you can just teleport down to your favourite part of this area. Same with anywhere around the sanctuary. And of course, there's mods. And I do use a mod in the new series, awesome teleporters, which can give you access straight away. You know, obviously your initial access would have to be via the cave and so forth, but just don't forget your teleporter. Right, so we've got these 2 rooms here, getting back to what I'm supposed to be doing instead of waffling. Yep, there's 200 of these things dotted about somewhere all over the 3 worlds. I call them the 3 worlds. I think one of the best features of Ark is you can create your own worlds, you don't have to follow the law. I do like picking up the Explorer notes and following the law that way. Of course there's other advantages, like with the Helena notes, you can actually learn how to pronounce the dinosaur names. I know I play around with the names, you know, oh, look at that thingamajigamy over there and stuff like that. But I do know most of them. Some of them are quite hard to say and to remember more like. Anyway, I've gone off point. You can play Ark with your own imagination, your own adventure. Well, you can if you're PvE. PvP's a bit different. You're guided by what other players do. Never ever played PvP on this game. Been playing this on and off for 10 years. Anyways, we've got an Explorer note thing here. Yeah, so I'll probably actually activate this one. It's from the later game lore. There's a few of these about, mostly in the Subterranean.
I should explain, shouldn't I? I mentioned the future. But I should have said futures.
Including runes. There's over 1,000 of those things.
The universe.
Yeah, we've got some rain. Seems odd because we're actually in the subterranean. It works. It's just got a leaky cave roof, that's it. Yeah. Exploring out in that corner there, dotted about. You have to have a little look round. All this is buildable, so if you've got a group of you, you know, you can make a nice little complex. There's 1 or 2 areas in the subterranean that's similar, so we'll have a look as we go along. But yeah, you can build in those alcoves. Yeah, many options. Maybe too many really, but there you go. Everybody plays differently. Yeah, I've got a bit of a dilemma because I used to have loads of videos and adventures on my YouTube channel. Yeah, retro, city builders, Ark, did some AI stuff. And this is what, 3 years ago. Mind you, the AI stuff was mostly on Rumble, so I removed a lot of that stuff from YouTube. But when I wanted to concentrate on Ark, I just felt I needed a reset. The dilemma is some of the older subscribers want it back. They are a bit dated. Waiting here for a bit because the visuals are so poor. Yes, and just to let you know, for those that's requested those videos to come back, I'm looking at them, see if I can revamp them. Yes, there's been so many changes though to the game. Rain has stopped. We'll be able to carry on and have a look round now. It's still a bit misty. I'm going back to my old content discussion. If I get 1,000 likes on this video, I'll revamp them and bring them in. Yeah, I'm only kidding. Just to let you know, I'm looking into it for those that have made inquiries. And a massive thank you for your support just by watching and liking the videos. Yes, and just to note, I'm not monetized, don't intend to be monetized. I do this because I enjoy doing it. And if just one person enjoys it, that's good enough for me. Right, let's get back to this thing proper. Right, we know we've got quite a few of the Explorer note things. Now, resource. We've got the wood, thatch, fibre, the normal stuff. We've got metal here. Some oil rocks about, I believe. Yeah, I've got another rune. There's 1 or 2 of them dotted about here. Yeah, along this ridge here, there's quite a bit of metal. Obsidian crystal just there. Right, we'll have a wander up here on foot and we'll use the boost. Yeah, you got to be careful with this thing. If you run into like that metal, it just destroy it and you get nothing from it. Yeah, it's a quiet area. A couple of anclos down here. There to collect quite a lot of metal and other resources. Yeah, it's quite a friendly area actually, but not all areas are so friendly, I can tell you. Ah, we've got some crystal there, I believe. Now walk way down there, back down to the lower level we've already explored, and that leads into the next section. And then we've got this, that leads to the bridge. We've got some oil rocks there. Drop down here and we'll walk across. Actually, we'll use the boost, be a bit quicker. Yeah, it's all buildable. You can build a modern base up here if you wish to. Yeah, use your imagination. Yeah, designed for the later levels. Obviously, using wood and thatch and stuff up here wouldn't be ideal. Yeah, we've spent quite a bit of time in this section. Now, this was an area that didn't get finished off. There was supposed to be something in here, and there's not. I toyed with the idea of just having a teleport in here to teleport to a different section of the subterranean. Yeah, maybe putting a boss in here, but it'd have to be a flyer because of where it's located. Yeah, then the problem started with the editor, so it's blank at the moment. Mind you, I could use a simple spawner. I don't know, maybe put some alpha crystal wyverns or something in there. Right, we're going to fly around this area here. Spoiler, as far as the explorer notes are concerned. Yeah, there's quite a few of them. Right, there's a lot of confusion about the explorer notes and how many you need to get your 10 level ups for your character. And I assumed that you had to get all explorer notes. And I've never got all explorer notes, so I've never got them 10 level ups for that. But my brother has, and he's been a massive help testing this map with me on our server. And I had to break from recording a video as he texted me saying, I've got all 10 level ups. I thought, what? Yeah, so I stopped recording and rang him. Now, he was using a mod, Explorer Note Tracker, so that's how he did it so quick, but it still took like 13 hours, I think. He still hadn't got all the Explorer Notes, but he did get all the Helena dossiers, which are spread across all the maps from the island to Gen 2, and they are spread about all on this Sanctuary Ark. Now, I've not done that myself because I've been busy obviously doing other things, but what I'm going to do in the new series, we're going to try and get all those first, and we'll see if we get a 10 level ups, because they're all on this map, so we don't have to go to another map. So as far as I'm aware, just get the Helena dossiers, all of them, and you should get your 10 level ups. I am likely to do a new playlist in the future, Ark tips, and if that is correct, then that'll be one of the tips. Right, okay, so we're moving out of that area now. We're going down this forested walkway to another section. There we go, we've got another explorer note there on the right. We ain't going to go into them too much because I'm going to leave that for the new series. And that'll be some way into the new series. Suffice to say, my brother got the 10 level ups. Now, whether that's unique to this map or getting the Helena dossiers the proper way through all the maps, that is yet to be confirmed, because like me, he did have all the island explorer notes anyhow, but we didn't get any 10 level ups just by getting all those. And if anybody does play the map and they do get all 10 level ups or not, please come back and confirm yay or nay in the comments. I want to test it through legitimate gameplay, so that might take a while. There's a lot of gameplay to do before we get to that stage. Just to reiterate, Helena dossiers seem to be the key. They're the ones that explain the creatures basically. Anyway, we're going to find it a little busy in a minute, so we better concentrate on what we're doing now, because there's some nasties about. Oh, got another explorer note over there, look. Well, there's actually a difference between the explorer notes and the explorer dossiers. Notes tell the story and the lore. Dossiers are a botanical description of the creatures around the arks. Oh, there's another one. There's a few of these here. Goodness me, is that it? Right, let's get up here a bit. Gosh, I'm trying to get through here pretty quickly. Gosh, and they're still coming. Oh, look at all those bodies. Under no circumstances within normal gameplay would I leave any resource behind. I'd have had all that. Got some nameless venom in that lot as well I'm leaving behind. Okay, so this wooded ravine is quite a long way. Mostly trees, bushes and plants. There's another rune, one or two of them dotted about here, as well as explorer notes, which we're not likely to get to see them all. And up there somewhere I think there's some notes and runes. And some areas are quiet and other areas are not so quiet when it comes to nasties. Now I'm going to be a bit naughty here. I'm going to give you a bit of a tip. Don't really advise it. And say you're a new player or even an older player and you like the Subterranean and you want to start here. As soon as you spawn in, go in ghost mode, get to the area light down here, then go back to walk mode. Don't really recommend my previous little tip, but it's a good way of checking out any map prior to playing it. A combination of ghost, fly and walk. Now to a hardened Ark player that's sacrilege. Anyway, we're back to the another area here. I think there's some dangers here. I'm not sure if I've moved them. I'm pretty sure I left them here. And if I have, it won't be the last time that you encounter them. Yes, open grassland plain. Could build a base here if you so wished. Oh, a bit further up. Oh, hang on. We've got some Rockwell tentacles here. Oh, at least one. Yeah, the ball dodgers. Don't want one of them hitting you. Keep an eye on it. Make sure we don't get clobbered. Well, you take it out easily enough with this gun. And if you build in the area, that'll probably despawn. Won't come in again. You should lose interest. Is it? We'll wait and see. Yeah, it's gone. Is there any more about? There should be. There's quite a large grassland plain here. Could have done with some more spawns. I'll get going along a little bit here because we are getting on in time. We've got a long way to go. Yeah, to the left there's a city area which we'll be covering last. We've got a few other places to look at. It's not a very resource rich or advanced resource rich area. Yeah, that city area there we can't get in unless you got a flyer or a tech suit. But we've got this area here, we can go over that wall, and there's one bit further up, and there's access a little bit further up. But again, you're going to need a flyer or a tech suit. Under the rune over there, yeah, there's another section behind those trees and behind that cliff. The entrance to it. Well, we're heading to it, but we're not going to go in there yet. We're going to continue on down the valley to the other end. And yeah, it was very quiet as far as creatures are concerned. There should be some up here though. Well, I've got a footpath there into another section. Actually, there's two sections. We'll be looking at them on the way back from checking out the rest of this valley. I know there's something nasty at the other end. Gosh, this area is so long. Yeah, it's so different when you're in the editor to actually being in the game. Yeah, pretty quiet area. There's another rune. Yeah, we're coming through this area so quick, I think we're not giving the spawns a chance to come in. So I'm going to slow down a bit here because there's an important spawn up here. One we really don't want to interact with. Yes, very nasty creature. Well, I hope it spawns in. Looks like an explorer note there. Oh, there it is. Rockwell Giga, I believe. Let's just check that, see what it is. Yeah, Rockwell Gigantosaurus. Yeah, it's translated to big mega beastie. Yeah, really is at level 80. Don't want to get involved with that. No, it's tameable. Oh, that's where we've just been. That's where the Giga is. This is the entrance to the other areas. Yes, player beware. There's some nasties in there for sure. Yes, it may be quiet out here, but if you do survive in here, you're going to need the respite. Let's put it that way when you do come out. It depends. We're going to try and avoid them if we can. It's quite a resource-rich area, well, for the most part. Ooh, that was close. That's quite a long footpath, and it's about this point we've got to be extremely careful. Taking a veer off to the right here, because we're going to try and avoid these creatures up here. There's some up on that footpath as well, so we'll try and avoid them. And there is a highlight we want to get to, which when we get to it is reasonably safe, I believe. There's another rune up there. There's definitely some lurkers in that wood. Ah, I've got another explorer note there. We've got quite a bit of metal ahead. Yes, deliberately trying to avoid the nasties that are in there. We'll see if we can get around them. There is a lake. Oh, I ain't going to get that way. Corrupted Giga, level 20. Well, we could take it on, but we'll wander through here. Right, is there any more? Keep an eye on that thing. Don't come up behind us. Now where we're heading to, it has changed a bit, but after one of the editor updates, I think it was the first one, I lost some assets, including dinos. The bone dinos you usually get on Extinction, gone. And those, they was on the, well, they're in the video called the Graveyard. Well, they don't exist anymore. Hello, we've got another Giga there, another Corrupted Giga. That's a level 60. Right, that's blocking us off for where we want to be. We'll go over towards the lake itself. Yeah, with that same update, I lost a lot of... it was weird. My brother noticed it more than me because it affected him more on the same map, but it showed you different results. But both of them, we lost a water volume. It was weird, and it was different for both of us. Half the lake was missing for him, but only a portion of it was, and I didn't even find that out until a little while afterwards. So all this area had to be repaired. Yes, and a lot of the waterways in the subterranean were messed up. So we'll have a little look in here. Right, that's okay. Same round that way. We've got the helmet on, so it looks clear, and that's normal. But without the helmet, it's all blue. Yes, I don't want to dwell too long because there are some nasties. I'm a little concerned about that Giga being about as well because we're playing the avoidance game basically. Right, we want to get across that bridge, but we've got baryonyx, Sarco. I don't know how many we got. Is that 3? Oh, hello. Here they come. There's others wandering about. Oh, he's gone wandering off up there. Gosh, there's a few of them about. Right, we're going to go across the bridge here. Yes, we did have a pyramid, a third pyramid. Because of the editor mishaps, I'm going to come up with a different idea, which we'll see in a bit. Right, on those hills and cliffs over there, there are resources dotted about. Ooh, got to watch out for that Giga. Right, let's get to the top of the plateau. Right, I've got some creatures up there. Got some. They're not very dangerous. They shouldn't be. Might be the odd nasty little creature. But we've got a horse there, Ecus, near a dodo. Yep, lots of wood and fibre. Thatch. Right, we're getting to where the pyramid was. I mean, it really wouldn't have been much for me to replace the pyramid as it was, but I just come up with a different idea and basically give the player the option to build whatever he wants here, because this is definitely a base building location. I'll put a lot of these ruins about. Now, I did have a trouble with them harvesting, so I'm going to check them. Well, they should be okay. Yeah, they're fine. Now, after the editor update, they would reset back to 0, basically. I know I've mentioned this many times before, hang on. Yeah, that's good. Excellent, excellent. After each of the editor updates, I've had to go back and repair a lot of stuff. Yeah, I've got things working again, but I'm so reluctant to do updates now. Oh, I've lost so much time, it's unreal. And now the cooking process is messed up, I'm not going to risk it, I tell you. Right, I'm stuck with it, and we have a playable map. Well, actually, 3 of them. Alright, let's get an aerial view. Oh, got some honey down there, forgot about that. Obviously you can't change the textures, but you can clear the area and build whatever you wish. And there's a lot of stone, good amount of metal around the area, lots of building resources. Yeah, the only thing lacking is your imagination, or maybe not. Ah, there's something I want to check over here. There's something that randomly keeps stopped working for some reason. And I absolutely no idea why. We've got these mushrooms here. Well, we're picking them up. We've got this helmet on. So that's restricting a certain effect. Right, we'll wander back out of the area. I'm going to take our helmet off and then see if the effect actually takes place. Right, we'll wander back. Now we should get an effect happen, and it's not always worked, but anyway, doesn't look like it's working. Mind you, let's go over here. We might not be in the zone. It might be over here. Oh, here we go. We've got it. Yeah, we're hallucinating. Yeah, that's what happens when you take too many mushrooms. Yeah, leave the mushrooms alone. Not good for you. Although there are people that would disagree with that. Yeah, certainly not any good in this game. We're losing health. Gosh, we nearly lost half our health with that little scenario. Now, I've been a bit sneaky because there are one or two of those about the map. Some of them, you don't get the effect, and others you do. Yep, gas mask will do the trick. Quite a bit of obsidian over here and some crystal. Riverway, there's resource dotted about the cliffs of various sorts. I've got another section ahead. I'll just check back. So we've got that plateau there. Got some sulphur in the water there. Some creatures within that wooded area. Yeah, probably out of draw distance. There's another room that's directly below us. Gosh, another corrupted giga. So there's one or two of those about in there, that's for sure. Right, let's move on to the next section. Yeah, my brother's had trouble clipping into some of the hills and cliffs, walkable bits. Sometimes he'll see me clipped into the ground, up to my head, and yet everything's normal to me. Absolutely no idea why that is happening. According to him, it only happens on this map. It don't happen on the other maps. It doesn't affect him too much. He'll only be somewhere where them orange crystals are, and he'll be clipping through. But for the most part, he's okay. Yeah, I need to check the water here. This was playing up. Oh, we've got some creatures down there spawning in, which is good. Yeah, it's the helmet that's making it all clear, just to remind you of that. In gameplay, I actually prefer it without, but for testing purposes, it's superb. Well, back on land, let's have a look, see what we've got around here. Taking an aerial view, we've got that river. There's one or two nasties about, but mostly it's quite peaceful if I remember right. One or two nice places to build a base. Ooh, anglerfish. Only a level 10. Useful creature for the upper world, that would be. Well, if it was a higher level, collect a lot of pearls, that thing. I believe there's some nasty creatures below us somewhere in this area. Not seen any as yet, but they're about. Because of the way I'm testing things and I'm using the destroy wild dinos at random, this, that and the other, it's not giving a true reflection really at times. This is why I'm so keen to get on with that series where none of that testing business is going to be happening. It's going to be playing the game as normal, as proper as everyone else would do. Yeah, they'll give a true reflection of the game with that Ark. And there are some beavers down there, but I don't think we've got any beaver dams. Not the original one. We'll have a look at that in a bit. The beaver dams were working fine before the editor update started. But we're going to check this out first. We've put a little hut. I was experimenting because I wanted to build a village. I'll design one or two little buildings. This is a mixture from the assets already in the game and my own. Well, let's have a quick look at that. I'm really curious to see what's happening over here with these beaver dams. Well, there's beavers, but there doesn't seem to be any beaver dams at the present time. Anyway, time's getting on. We've still got quite a bit to do. So we'll go through and have a look. There's another lake over here. I believe this is one of the quieter areas that we have in the subterranean. Yes, one thing to note. Around the map, and that's all 3 levels, there is 1 or 2, I would say, custom dino spawns that I've made. And custom as in, I've altered the levels so they're much higher level. a minimum of 150. It involves Rexes, Argy, there's a Basilosaurus somewhere, and there's a couple of Sarcos, and there's one of them's here, wandering about this lake somewhere. Oh, there's a Sarco over there. What's that one? That's a 180. So there you go. That would be quite easily detained in this area because I don't think there's many nasties to interfere. Well, there you go. So that's that section. There are resources dotted about in those cliffs and hills. Yeah, most are at a draw distance. Very good base location, especially down there by the lake, I would say. Pretty good area for resource as well. There's some obsidian down there. Quite a lot of that dotted about. Yes, what have we got up here? Right, drawing in now, we've got quite a bit of metal. We've got rocks, and we've got an artifact. Yeah, we'll go and check that out. Artifact of the Destroyer. Oh, what else do we have? Actually, there's quite a good bit of metal here. So we've got crystal over there. There's a lot of crystal about here and some gems by the looks of it. But we've got to get on with this thing. Gosh, look at the time. Gosh, it's 2 AM where I am doing this. Goodness me. Very keen. Oh, got an aerial view there. Alright, we've got more sections to look at. Well, we got back to the valley where we took on those nameless. That's the first section where the ring is. And around there is the valley. We've just got a ravine really, isn't it? Where we've just been, and this is the way we're going. So a similar scenario. We'll drop down so we can see any spawns. Get them into draw distance. Actually, we'll check down, that's where the nameless spawn in that junction there. With that other ravine. Yeah, we're too high to have triggered those nameless. Right, as we go ahead, it's not too far before we get to another junction into another area. Totally different area. Yeah, it's quite a unique area and unique creatures. We'll get to see that in a bit. Oh, got an Anklo down there, so there's some life down there, even though we can't see them. It was notified by the awesome spike. That's just happened to be pointing in the right direction. Right, I'll have to be careful here because we've got some more nasties for sure. Oh, there's a load of creatures up there running about. Oops, here we go again. Gosh, how many more of them are going to be? We've got a Rex over there as well. Let's try and get in here quickly. Oh, I sort of called this area the Moonscape, but anyway, let's go and see what we got. Yeah, it's a very unique area. Oh, hello, what we got up there? Right, we've got an attack drone. Could be a pain, but they do drop elements, so I'll grab that. Is that the last one? There's usually one or two of them together. Anyway, let's get out of the way. We'll get over here. Not sure if it's worked properly, but this should be the only area that doesn't rain. It's also very dangerous. There's a lot of moon rocks and stuff about. Got some seekers over there. Macrophage. There are runes and explore notes about, dotted around the area. Various nice resource. Oh, I've got some Aranios down here. Yeah, they'll be the least of our worries, them. Quite easy enough to deal with them. Ah, we've got a rune over here. We'll go towards that. Yes, keeping an eye out for any other nasties. Yeah, I doubt I'll collect the rune, but we'll get close for the coordinates. Top left of the screen. Oh, for goodness sake, what we got here now? Another pink ball thrower. Yeah, oops. Let's get over here. See how far it'll be before it. Oh, for goodness sake, there's another one. There's two of them. I did notice some element nodes. Alright, that's over there. That's over there's element nodes to our left. A lot of element there. Yeah, there's a lot of these moon rocks and they're all harvestable by hand. Ooh, we got another pink ball thrower thingamajigamy. That's it, we can easily avoid those. Yeah, Rockwell Tentacle. Don't show up on the awesome spyglass. Yeah, there's some resource over there I want to try and collect. Yeah, we're out of range now. We need to check out our resource. Yep, we've got some unique resource there. We'll make sure we can harvest it if we can. Yes, we can get ambergris, an element shard from that. Alright, these things we can get fibre from, I believe, and berries. Just normal stuff. Right, what else do we have? I know there's wooden thatch below us in some of them things. make our way back to the footpath here, going down. You could build some outposts here. There's plenty of places for that. Yeah, I bet you'd want a main base in this area, but well, whatever rocks your boat. Oops, here we go. More attack drones. Ooh, more element. Oh, we'll grab some of that, yeah, quickly before they spawn back in. Yeah, there's quite a bit of sulphur dotted about up here as well. Right, let's wander down this footpath. Yeah, it's quite a long way down there. Yeah, we'll jetpack it and make it a bit quicker. We've got some rock salt over there, as well as some crystal further ahead. Not really much on that footpath on the way down, a few stones. Yeah, watch out for any nasty creatures. Bound to be one or two about. Oops, Pinky's back. I don't believe it. Oh, he's gonna... Oh, it would get to us as well if we weren't watching. Gosh, it's got some range on that thing. There we go, another rune. Well, what do we got ahead actually? Is that still... Oh, it's still up. Oh, it's going down now. Alright, what do we got up here? We've got some crystals, some rocks, some fiberberry foliage stuff. Yeah, ooh, quite a bit of mutagel. It's got a load of gems ahead of us by the looks of it. Ooh, another tentacle. Ooh, it's getting closer. You've got to keep an eye on, I think. We've got these creatures up here as well. Is that a supply drop? I think we've got a supply drop over there. Got some gems here. Keep an eye on that thing. It's still up. Ah, it's going down. Carno there. There's resources dotted about all over the place. I think the footpath there, yeah, it's here, look. So we'll go down that way and make our way down to the lower levels. Exploring out down the bottom there. In fact, I think there's one or two of them dotted about here. Some metal nodes, I think that is. Yeah, more rock salt up here. We'll make our way round towards the supply crate. Ooh, a few creatures here. Resources sparse in this area, but there's quite a bit of it. Yes, and it's varied. Yeah, I would definitely like to have an outpost in the later stages of the game, utilising a teleport to the main base without interfering too much with the spawns, because they can be or contain resources of their own. So what have we got in here? Rock golem saddle, as well as the castoroid, or beaver saddle I should call that. That's not so bad for a red loot supply drop. Best content I've had from one of them in a while. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, spotted a tech wyvern down there. How do you pronounce that? Void worm. Yeah, these names just keep getting better and better. Ah, now that says it's tameable. I'm going to have to check the ones on the upper world. I'm pretty sure they wasn't tameable. Yeah, we need to get down there. Get down this way. This is the way you would walk down. Ah, there's that tech wyvern. Gone out of draw. Keeps flicking out of draw distance. Yeah, that's not the only thing that's down there, so we've got to be very cautious now. Right, we'll get a bit lower. We'll still fly for a bit, just to speed things up. That looks like a Yeti Manus. We've got a couple of X's as well. Gosh, 4 X's. What's that? Void worm or whatever it's called up there. Gosh, there's a lot of element down there. That's what they're guarding. The element, element shard, and element dust, all the elements. Looks we've gained their attention. There's a couple of those tech wyverns up there, I think. Yeah, and they're very dangerous. I can hear something. What is that? Oh, for crying out loud. Gosh, there's 2 of them. They snuck up from behind. And here comes Yeti Manus as well. We got more. That was a level 70. Well, we've lost no health. Yeah, it's a bit overkill, this armour for sure. And Astrodelphis, they don't normally attack. Maybe we caught that with our weapons fire earlier, otherwise known as the space dolphin. Well, that's not tameable. Don't really want to take it out, we're going to have to. That's not a very pleasant sound. Oh, there's another one coming. Right, what's round here? Anything of interest? There's element shard and ambergris down there. Right, moving on. Ah, now we've got this area here to our left. Yeah, containing magma swords. We'll come back to that. I've just spotted an avatar. Yeah, we'll go and check that out. We're going to have to take it on. Yeah, they're pretty aggressive. Gosh, there's a lot of mutagel in the area. Oh, it's not doing anything as yet. Oh, it's coming this way. Oh, the animation's broken. Not again. It's just fixed. Oh, it stopped. Oh, it's not working properly. Definitely not. Look, it's glitching. Corrupted avatar. Now, I did have problems with that. And there's various sorts of avatars. I think that was a tech bowman. Yeah, there was a previous time when the animations were broken and they was over spawning. Massively so. But I got it sorted. Well, there's others. We're going to have to check them when we can come across them. Ah, there is something I need to do. We need to put the helmet back on because there's some nasty environments we're going to be heading into of the gaseous type. Helmet or gas mask required. Even more mutagel. Have we got anything else in this area? That looks like oil. Rocks. Yeah, I think we'll check out our magma saw dwelling area. Oh, there is a problem with the nests. Yes, the blueprint for the rock drake and the magma saw nests are placed around in one or two places on the sanctuary, which worked fine in the editor, but once it was cooked and uploaded, they disappeared. There's been a few scenarios where that's happened. It's so frustrating. Stuff working in the editor and not in the game itself. Well, that's not supposed to happen. They're not supposed to electrocute you. Oh, they're not. It's another void worm. Gosh, it's getting busy here. I actually lost a bit of health there. What are they doing? Ah, now they're grenade throwers. That's a grenade. Oh, there's another one of them there. Look. Ah, he's stuck, isn't he? He can't get to us. Okay, so our avatars are not working. We're definitely working the editor. They're supposed to be throwing grenades at us. They're faulty, so they're practically useless then, because you can't collect anything from them, resource-wise. They were there to add a little bit of a challenge, because when they're working, they're a pain in the backside. There's quite a bit of obsidian about this area, and in the middle there should be magma saw nest, which is not spawned in. Ah, there's a rune there as well. That is one of the most frustrating things about this, is that when things are working okay within the editor and then after you've cooked it and uploaded it, they're not working. That is so frustrating. It takes 10 hours to cook the Sanctuary Ark. Over 3 hours of it is looking for Aquatica stuff, which is called Abyss in the editor. Ah, we can grab some stuff to gather. What do we get? Biotoxin, congealed gas and some sap. And make sure you've got a gas mask on. And I forgot what I was talking about, but don't matter. We've got quite a... Oh, what's that there? We've got some more space dolphins. Oh, and a space whale over there, look. Right, we better get on with this thing. There's loads of element about. Yeah, I'll check over in this area, see what we have. Pretty sure there's a rune. I think that's a rune. I can see a head there. Right, I've got to be careful of these pools here. I call them acid pools. We'll find out in a minute why. We're well protected, but if you're not, you're dead very quickly. Acid burn, we're very well protected, as I said, but we've lost quite a bit of a health there. Because I'm carrying medical brew, the armour auto detects when your health drops and automatically uses the medical brew, which is nice. And we've got another explorer note over there. Yeah, and there's that rune. Ah, what we got over there? See some gaseous stuff. Oh, we got a gaseous stuff emitter there. Hang on, what's that? Oh, not one to use again. Oh, it's backing off. What should be happening with that is the grenade should be hitting us and taking the health down. Yeah, it's not happening. Get rid of it. Easy enough to take out. Yeah, she's going to need a gas mask to approach them. Or a tech helmet. Except for that rune, I don't think there's much else in that area. Pretty sure you can put gas collectors on those to get gas. Yeah, but I've not tested that out properly. Should have done that. Well, I don't think there's really that much more to look at in this area. Right, we're now exiting this area. We've still got that Rex down there, he's still hanging about. Yeah, we're back in the valley. Yeah, we need to turn right. That's where we've been. Yeah, well, we've still got quite a bit left to explore, so we better get on with it. Carrying on down the valley in this ravine, where we've got a couple of choices. But it's a fair old way down there, yeah, with various creatures. Yeah. Various resources. Actually, there are a couple of unique creatures we've not come across yet. Now I'm going to be blasting through this area. I'll sped things up a bit. But you've got to watch out because there's one or two explorer notes along the edges of the ravine. Plus resource collecting areas. Right, now we need to take care. Well, we've been this a long way. But we've got to come through here. Yeah, I think we can push along a little bit more. Right, now we don't want to be missing anything down here. There's some nasties as well. Yeah, from some of these things down here you can collect meat and stuff like that. Flesh. There's mushrooms and... oh, there's nameless over there. Oh, I don't see... ah, that's still in the ground then. Oh, that's picked it up in the ground. That's handy. Yeah, we're obviously not close enough to set it off. Best keep an eye out though. I bet they can be quite sneaky. Slightly different environment in this area, with different plant life. Another explorer note. I can't really consider that plant life because it's all fleshy stuff. Yeah. Oh, what we got there? Didn't spot that. Is there any more? Yeah, it's called a cuddle plant. What you need to do, you need to go up to it and you cuddle it. Yeah. It's true, I tell you. Yeah. Look, he wants a cuddle. You get extra bonus. Oh dear, I've been playing this section far too long. Right, come on, let's get on with this thing. What else have we got up here? I'm not sure how far up it is, but there is one major nasty creature. Oh, we've got two more of those cuddle beasts there. What's that? Ah, a Therizinosaurus. Another explorer note. Oops, what was that? Ah, they both wanted a cuddle. Sorry, I'm all out of cuddles. Time's getting on. Yes. It's an area that if you're short on meat, including prime meat and spoiled meat, all sorts of meat from them plants, well, if you can call them plants, a flesh gathering area. Ah, we've got some nameless there. So let's get out of the way. I mean, we don't want to get interacting with them now. If we can help it. We've also got a real nasty here, a Reaper Queen. We don't want to get involved with that for sure. Yes, and even with this arm and that, we could struggle against that thing, depending on what level it is. Oh, it's a level 15. Whoa, we got way too close there for comfort. Oh, we've got, well, I would say 2 sections left to do. That section at the top there, and the section leading to it, and then the city area in front of us now. Yeah, it's been some trip around the subterranean. Well, I think we've outrun that thing. It's down there somewhere. Hopefully it won't give us any hassle now while we check out the next section. That's it, we'll drop down here. We'll walk up this a bit. Now this was one of the last areas that I created. Not played in the area very much. You know, you got all these different areas. No player's going to get to cover all this. Usually what happens, you get your areas, you tend to stick in them. It gives you an idea of what's what. You can pick and choose what areas you want to play in and what appeals to you the best or the most. Another explorer note. Yes, let's just check down there, make sure that Reaper Queen ain't about. Yeah, looks okay. I think we're safe now. Right, let's continue on. Yep, let's see what we got up here. That's a long old footpath, that was. Ah, we have an Argy up there. get on the summit here. Now, if you were down in this area, probably be some good base locations up here. Guess as a single player, it's a bit overkill all this to deal with. Ah, the sound of an orbital drop coming down via the simple spawner, so that's working, and that's going to be on the upper world, I would imagine. Though there is, I think there's two that spawn in on the underworld. I've done a couple of videos on how to do that, plus I'm going to be doing that for real in gameplay. Well, not real gameplay, because I'll be stepping out the game, but within the series. Yeah, watch this space. Grassland plain, slightly higher elevation. There's one or two creatures about. We've got a scorpion there. There's some scattered basic resources about on this particular plateau, because we're on a plateau. Right, we're coming to the end of this particular plateau and going up onto another section. Some various creatures about and some decent resource. I think there's some metal ahead here. Yeah, it's a bit of an out of the way area. Yeah, ideal if you're on a server with a lot of people. You've got a quiet area, you can build a base, have an outpost. Yep, definitely got metal. Just come up from there. That was quite a ways. I mean, it's so different when you're actually playing the game properly instead of skirting about like I'm doing at the moment. Oh, we've got some sulphur here. So what have we got up the top here? Let's go and have a little look. Alright, we're going to take like forever, so what we're going to do, we're going to fly around most of it. Just see what we can see. We can see a rune up there. Pretty sure that there's one there. There's another explorer note. There's one or two of those dotted about up here. Oh, we've got some obsidian. Oh, some decent resources. A bit barren in this area. Oh, flying over some element there. Right, what we got up here? Yeah, I have been asked recently about why don't I play Ark Sanctuary. Well, I had 300 hours on it, but I was having problems with it. Mind you, that was a long while ago. I spent hours after I tamed a Basilosaurus at 150, training it, got its levels right up. Yeah, one of my favourite water creatures. Gosh, I was so pleased. Yeah, I went out the area, but when I come back it was dead. No rhyme, no reason. I did a test. I spawned a couple more in, and each time the same thing happened. I assumed they spawned in before the water did. Yeah, it was bugged. Yeah, it was on the island. Really did like, some of the features. The minimap system was brilliant. Well, I thought I'd leave it. I'll come back to Ark. Thought I'll go back to it when it settled down a bit, but it's still not settled down. And they're adding all this other stuff to it. It just don't appeal to me anymore. Plus I got invested into this now. Yeah, I quite like doing what I'm doing. We've got a building here. Okay, quite a few resources in the area. We'll check that in a bit. We'll see what's around it. There's been one or two creatures that we've flown by. Oh, got an oil node there. Yeah, seems a bit out of place. Oh, there should be some resource in there. Oh, got another explorer note in the back there. Okay, let's go and check this little building out. Oh, I want to check the collision. Yeah, okay. I think this is the first I've been in here since I've put this in and updated it. In other words, the last time I was in the editor was the last time I saw this. So it's the first time for real. Well, could be a base location for somebody. Alright, this video is getting on a bit, so we want to get on with it. Yeah, I think I'm going to be cutting quite a bit of this out. There's one or two interesting things back there, but we're going to go down to this valley down here. We'll have a quick look down at this particular valley and ravine. What have we got? Got a bit of resource dotted about up there. Yeah, so what have we got up here? This is the way we want to be going. Resources on both sides of the ravine here. There will be creatures that are down there. I'm going to try not to interact with them because I want to get this done now. You want to be looking out for runes and explorer notes. Yeah, we just flew over a Rex, I believe. Right. Now we're heading back towards the city area. Yes, the last section. Well, we're actually entering the city area from that valley. But we're going to go in through the proper gate, which has got to turn around and get up there. Just hope that Reaper Queen ain't about. Right, let's get on top of here. Let's go and have a look round. Yep, that's another section that's just been completed. Well, there's definitely resources down that way to collect, but the main way in would be down that footpath there, and then through the gate the other side of those trees. Should be some creatures down there. Yeah, probably at a draw distance. Ah, there is some creatures about. We've got a enforcer down there. Actually, there's a couple of those about. Alright, we'll go through the gate, which you can just walk or fly through. And here we are, the last section. Yes, it's quite a large section. Where to start? We'll start up there. Yeah, we'll go up here. We did have a problem or two here. The road system there, but I brought the ATV in, the buggy basically. The spawnable version. Yes, found it in the kit, made my own custom spawn. It was working okay for a while. And then after an update, got a massive overspawn. I couldn't see why, because nothing had really changed. Then after another update, it stopped working, stopped spawning in. Don't know what's going on with the thing. What we'll do, we'll go up this teleport. That's took us to the top of this same building, and we just go over and have a look at the view. Get a good look at the area. Right, here we go. Yeah, the water volume's got messed up, but that's been fixed. Yeah, the Ark buggy thing's been removed. There were some non-spawners, but they've been fixed. There were some parking areas down there, which we'll see in a bit. Oh, there's one. Yeah, that was walled off with an entrance, but they disappeared after an update. Yeah, things started to get a little buggy. Oh, there's one of the patches down there. It's all walled off where that little building is. Yeah, very buggy indeed. There's another one over there. Yeah, we'll drop a bit lower. Oh, that's where we would come in. There should be some beavers here. Are they non-spawners now? I can't see no beavers even. I'm not going to dwell on that too much. Let's go and check that over there. One of my experimental buildings. It's going to be used in a village that I was going to be making. That's unlikely to happen now. Yes, that cylinder there's got a few explorer notes on it. Alright, we'll have a fly about, I think. We'll check that building out eventually. On the server version, we've got this mod called Ark Carts. Pretty cool, but it didn't work in the single player, but it works on the server version. I don't know what's going on with this game. Actually, we'll go and have a look through here, because there's some resources under here. You can build bases or utilise the area as you wish. All depends on your imagination. Right, we'll run through here and see what we can find. That's a bit better. We actually flew over some resource back there, quite advanced. Yeah, you could enclose some of these areas off, have a substantial base. Just gone over an explorer note there. Right, let's get up here and have a look. No, there's a few bits and pieces dotted about, all harvestable. Right, we'll wander through this way. That's it. Yeah, all in all, I'm quite pleased with the whole project, considering I'm not really a map maker. No, it's just out of curiosity, and as frustrating as it can be at times, I've really enjoyed it, because the problems seem to be compounding since these editor updates. I'm reluctant now to continue it. You know, I've had to adapt, and it's been quite challenging, especially since I started to update the editor. It's a little frustrating, just going to leave well alone. It's a bit nerve-wracking, wonder whether anything's going to be broken or not. Right, I think we'll wander over this way. There is another section. Another teleport there, that takes it to the top of that building. There's a different view across that way. I was doing quite a bit in Blender as well, creating stuff in there, which I was going to bring into the Sanctuary Ark. A couple of bits was okay, but to be honest, I've got to learn a lot more before I would have been bringing stuff in. But I've got a couple of bits in, but all that's on hold now. Yeah, the Sanctuary Ark would have been quite a lot different if it wasn't for the Aquatica thing. Well, it is what it is. Another one of my custom buildings down there. Yeah, there's another one up here. I created them, there's all in a test area. I thought, I'll utilise them, just dot them about. Yeah, just experimentation. Brought in some of my own textures. Oh, that water looks funny. That's well overstretched. Oh goodness me, what's the volume like? Oh, it seems to be working okay. The physics. Oh, got another rune over there. Yeah, I don't like this water. Yeah, no idea what's gone on with that. Well, we're almost done. Let's get up here and have a look. Oh, we've got 1 or 2 buildings as well. On both sides here we can go into the buildings. Gosh, there's so much to this ark. We may have a quick peek though. Yeah, because there are 1 or 2 explorer notes about. We'll check the rest of this river down here, see if we've got any, not seeing many spawns. Yeah, there's 1 or 2 about, so they are glowing seaweed, I think, or river plant. I'll go and check in this building here. We're not going to go too in depth, just a quick teaser, quick peek. An area you could build something in for yourself. Yeah, if I remember right, it's quite a large area as well. Right, let's have a look. Oh gosh, yeah. It's massive. Well, I guess it's another feature. Gosh, that looks so big. Yeah, it looks different in the editor. Right, you can explore that for yourselves. Be creative. Yeah, let's go around here. Narrow passageway. Get to the bottom of this ramp. Right, I'm not going to go up there because we've got to the hour mark on this video already, making this the longest video so far. Suffice to say, there are explorer notes up there. Well, we haven't got much more left to do. Right, now we've got to go over this way. Right, we're heading back to where we actually started, within this city area. Been rather keen to try and get the last couple of videos done. I've already started the gameplay series and I'm so enjoying that. Oh, just to note, those tubes up there, there's quite a few explorer notes up there. You're going to need a flyer or a jetpack. Yeah, if you get yourself a vehicle mod, got yourself a racetrack. Oh, could race dinos, no doubt. Oh, we never did look at that building. Yeah, this was a spawn point for the buggy. There's a couple of them about, but I've had to remove them. Well, the buggy was a bit buggy. Anyhows, well, it was a bit of fun while it lasted. Here's a custom building. Yeah, could be utilised for something. Well, that's more or less the area covered. Starting from scratch with a stone pick and some wooden spears is very strange, but enjoyable. Yeah, that area up there with them tubes, I haven't covered that. Suffice to say, you definitely want to be checking them out. Yeah, certainly will be in the gameplay series. Yes, watch this space. Well, that's been quite a comprehensive look at the Sanctuary Ark. There have been 1 or 2 changes since the beginning, but the idea has been to give a rough idea of what it's all like. Yeah, day 107, 1635, and Eve can retire now for a bit. Well, I hope you join us for the gameplay series with a brand new character called Maximus, and if you're still with us, thank you so much for watching. Catch you in the next one. Oh yes, yes indeed.